My ghost Laurent reminded me after I just did that over an hour long video about my day that I had one more thing that I want to talk about. Seems like it's a very emotional day today. Is it Mercury retrograde? But I went onto Facebook and I had a new friend who's in Hawaii. It's another Hawaiian story. It was one of those requests to like my business, so I didn't know what the business was, so I clicked on it and then went and did some investigating, and it's on the big island of Hawaii, and it's a coffee plantation. Very expensive coffee. It's $125 or $150 for 3 little sample bags of Hawaiian Kona coffee. One time many years ago, somebody made me some, it was good, but not $150 good. So I'm not buying the coffee, but I am interested, when I'm given foreign places to go and click around and take a look at some of the pictures of the place. Beautiful in Hawaii, and they had some old pictures, from drawings or scrapings that people had made in the 1700s or the 1800s. And I clicked on one link and it gave me the Wikipedia for this little tiny town on the big island of Hawaii, close to the coffee plantation. So I was clicking around the geography, the economy, and about the volcanoes. And then it was like the famous person section. And I clicked on it, and they had a picture of a young man, 25, and it said that whatever the highest honor is for the U.S. Armed Forces, this guy wanted. I'm not American, so I'm not totally familiar with everything American, but I think it's the Congressional Medal of Honor is like the highest honor. And the story that I started to read was this young man was a crew chief on one of those Vietnam era helicopters, and they were taking fire from the enemy. And something happened, but the munitions on board the helicopter caught fire, and there was white phosphorus, which, if you don't know, white phosphorus, if it gets, it'll burn and burn. You can't put it out with water. It creates horrible, horrible burns on human skin. And despite this guy, one of his arms was so badly injured he couldn't use it. And, there's fire everywhere on this helicopter up in the air. And despite this one arm, he used his other arm to pull out all of the burning munitions that were in his helicopter. And save his crew and his helicopter. Well, he died. That would have been a long time ago, the Vietnam Wars. Americans were in their late 1960s, early 1970s. And normally, when I read Wikipedia articles about, people, historical people, it's just, it's for interest's sake, but this emotional charge came over me. I had to put the phone down, and my ghosts, it was Lerone and Clancy, they said, "What is it? What is it?" Because I started to cry. I'm pretty psychic these days. I'm very psychic. And I said to them, it's the young man's parents. They know that I just came across this Wikipedia article about their son, and they're highly annoyed. They're highly annoyed. Annoyed. They don't want people to be digging into their business. They don't want people to. They were just highly offended. They knew that I was looking at, the story of their son, the Congressional Medal of Honor winner. And I'm thinking to myself, and Clancy and Laurent are thinking, well, that's a long time ago, and this was his parents, and they're probably dead. And I got this exact same emotional thing happening to me. And I sat there for a while, and I said, it's the parents. It's the parents. And they kept saying, well, what can we do? What can we do? And I sat there, and I don't know what to do. They say, well, Reiki. Do you know what Reiki is? It's a Japanese healing modality. It's energy healing, and I was inducted into it many years ago. Can you do something? You're psychic or something. Can you help them? And